Hey, welcome back to Terraria on Expert Mode. This is Cutthroat as per usual. I am now in a parka costume. It's just social slots, so it doesn't actually do anything. It doesn't make me look better or different, however you see it. Just going to continue where we left off last time underground here. See if we can't make some progress and finding some cool stuff. Oh, I am getting close to out of air here. That's why I got this little hole. Okay. Should be fine once we get to this next area here. Can always make another one like this though. We're gonna be in the desert biome though, is what it looks like, and kind of dangerous. Not really where I want to be, but I'm gonna see if this leads anywhere interesting. This jellyfish is gonna start coming at me in a second. Oh, they emit a little spark now. Okay, that is new to expert mode, I guess. And jellyfish usually drop glow sticks, which are basically torches in water. Torches that can go in water. Also just very dangerously fell there. I don't like the amount of enemies here. And there's a charger there too. Oh crap. Okay, well he's in the water. I did need this cobweb though to get a robe. So that's good. What in the world? Is that a huge deposit of lead? It sure is. As long as we can do all this without getting attacked, we're good at the moment. I'm gonna try not to go any deeper at the moment since there's so many enemies down there. Don't really want to deal with it. And lead. Thing is, in the desert biome with a bunch of sand everywhere, lead sticks out really, really bad, so you can see it a lot easier. Oh no, that is not what we want. I heard him coming, but yo-yo's probably better. Jeez, yeah. Nope, we can't handle that. Not right now. Desert biome sucks. But we should have enough silk for a rope now. Now that would mean we would lose our 1 defense set bonus. We would lose that. But it might be worth it. We'll see. You can, well actually I think a robe by itself is just a vanity item, yeah, but you can use it to make into robes with better attributes. So first one we would be able to make is an amethyst. Just increase your mana by 20 and mana usage by 5%. And then these other ones will actually give you some defense, more mana, reduce your mana usage by more percents. So the amethyst one really isn't that good, and it's not that focused on magic yet. I think we're just gonna leave it where it is, and maybe make one later. So stats go up by a good bit on them, especially getting the defense. If you could get a diamond one, that'd be fantastic. But not easy for a reason. So let me go and put this in here. Don't really need that. Hardened sand. Wonder what I should do with all these candy cane blocks. I'm not the most creative person. I know that. Ah, I wanted the other one too. Come here. Yeah. Give us some more bait for when we start fishing. Which we're not going to do quite yet. But we will start fishing at some point. And it's good to have some good bait built up before you even start. Anytime you see them flying around, you just go ahead and get them so that you're not looking for them later. I'm going to try to find some kind of cave that goes down a little bit deeper. Maybe get this ice one. Ice isn't that bad of a biome. We could try it. What is a parka? It's parka, right? Looks like I have some kind of claws or something weird. going on. I mean, I know it's a Christmas theme thing, but not one of the ones I know of. Tungsten. Tungsten's good. I kind of like the way ice stuff looks, all the furniture and everything. I had one in my other world, and ice and granite, they're two of my favorites. Obsidian's cool too, but, you know, expensive. Oh, crap. See, that's one of the very many traps in the game. Dart traps that always look like a skeleton face or something weird. And little pressure plates you can hardly see. And that's just the first kind of trap. There's a whole bunch of them. Between falling boulders and explosions, they used to only be in the dungeon, I believe, but then they decided, hey, this is fun, let's put them everywhere. And thus there were traps. These are the life crystals I was talking about. You just eat it. Bam. 20 more HP. I think it also heals you by 20 when you use it. I'm not positive on that. Looks like it's just copper. The nurse has arrived. Okay. These NPCs will only come once you have available space, which I've already built a good few rooms for people. Oh, crap. And whenever certain events happen, I think the nurse comes after you use your first life crystal, so that would make sense that she just now appeared. As soon as the prerequisites happen and there's a space available, she came. If you fall on ice before, it'll break it. And there's a whole bunch of NPCs. You get an achievement for getting them all. Is that just a flower? Oh, God, no. You do definitely want to get all of them. They're very, very helpful in what they sell, what they do for you. Don't want to miss out on getting the NPCs. You know, even if building's not your thing, you can just build really simple houses. Like, I'm not a big builder, but definitely want to make sure I get the NPCs. Otherwise, you're going to have a real rough time playing. Okay, well, see, slime's under the ice there. Try not to break it. I don't see anything too amazing at the moment. What is that? Is that just lead? I can't even tell. I thought some of these ores look different in different biomes. Yeah, it's just lead. But there is also platinum or gold. Depends on what you get in your world. I know there's more, but I don't care too much for it. And these things are mostly equivalent to each other. It's just kind of, hey, you get one or the other. There's also special shoes you can get for running on ice blocks and whatnot. That looks like gold. So it looks like gold is our equivalent to platinum this time around. It is gold. More tungsten up there. I don't think we'd even be able to mine gold without having at least a lead pickaxe. So it's a good thing we already got that. Let's see. Do like this. Alright. Yeah, look at all that. Good bit of tungsten. Since you're going to get so many ropes throughout the game, do not hesitate to use them. Trust me, you will get stacks of them. If you open pots and everything, you get so many ropes. I already have 459 rope. I don't care to use them. Just lead. Okay. Still want to get cobwebs. At one point, you'll want to stop getting them and caring about them. So, that's a spiked ice slime, as in he's going to shoot spikes everywhere around him. I did not know he was that intense. Holy crap. Forget that. These enemies suck so much right now. I should have done something about him earlier before he got to me. I need better weapons and a better melee weapon. Right now I just have a staff and a bow and arrow. I'll usually will have my melee weapon at 1 is my problem. Kinda hard to be so careful in the beginning with all the enemies everywhere. But we have a lot of iron, or lead in this case, and a lot of tungsten. Let's see if I can do anything good with that. I'm not sure about how I feel about this costume. Kind of ridiculous. If you just hold down the right click on your mouse, you'll craft as many as you can. Hold on, left click doesn't do anything. It took me a while to actually learn that. You definitely want to do it. Okay, so I can get a good weapon made from tungsten. Should I go ahead and get a tungsten pickaxe? Or is that... It has more pickaxe power, so I can mine better stuff with it later. Or I could go ahead and get a broadsword, or a better bow. Not sure. It's only a little bit better. You could go ahead and get a lead helmet. That'd give me 2 more defense. That wouldn't be bad. I'm going to go ahead and make a tungsten broadsword and a lead helmet. Because now that puts me a 9 defense with a better weapon. Ah, it's so small. It's such a small weapon, jeez. I don't know, the spear might be better at this point. We'll keep them both on us to see later. Definitely want to get some more stuff though. See if we can't get anything better. Be nice if I could get a full set of tungsten armor or gold armor, either one. Kinda takes a while though. We still have a ton of arrows, so we don't have to worry about making any of those quite yet. The only main thing you don't want to die is just for losing your money, which I probably should have dropped off already. Not that it's super important, but once you actually get a whole bunch. Ah, I didn't mean to slide, but that was the ice. More presents. Also realize reindeer antlers. Oh my goodness. Yes, please. Yeah, I've never played during the seasonal event of Christmas. Not on Terraria. Generally, enemies won't spawn where there's a high amount of light. That's why I place torches everywhere I go, not just for vision, but to prevent enemy spawns. But they'll still find spots to spawn a lot of the time. You can't completely stop it without placing a million torches. I know that's a terrible set of ropes, but I don't even care. Oh, out of torches. You'll use them, so don't care to make them. Just copper. I can't tell if that's just copper down there too. Yep. Oh my goodness. Slimes apparently go a lot faster in water. So if you're trying to run away from one in water, you want to be definitely jumping out of the water constantly and trying to not stay in the water when you're slower. A parka with reindeer antlers. Haha. And enemies will generally despawn once they get off of the screen. Is that a boulder or what? It may just be a rock, but mine it just in case. Because traps suck. It's a bat. Oh man, these ice bats are highly annoying. I probably should have made flaming arrows instead of wooden arrows. Flaming arrows, you just add torches to your arrows. It's not that hard to make them. What in the world? I see a bunch of red lighting. Is that just the candy canes? Oh, they're hearts. Oh, that's right. That's right. They changed the hearts to candy canes. Just the hearts that you can pick up to heal instantly from killing enemies. Just trying to place a torch. That looks like a ruby. Taking me a little while, but I've kind of learned to spot those a lot better. And it looks like emeralds down here. We definitely want them. Let's see, is that the only one? Kinda gotta get close to the screen sometimes to see those. I don't like ice bats. It's probably better if I just use my spirit and knock them back with. What in the world is that? Up, and traps too. Up, everything! Expert mode. Was this a bad idea? Maybe. I think it might have been. These are just regular enemies. Tearing me apart. You drop 75% of your money whenever you die on expert mode. It's kind of depressing, really. Definitely dying way too much. Should I use my sword? I don't know. It doesn't have as much reach. Which kind of makes it worse to an extent. I don't know. I think I should make flaming arrows. It's just a torch and 10 arrows. Well, you might as well. It doesn't cost that much, and it does a little bit more damage that way. 2 more, and it can inflict a flaming debuff. And no, I can't set my house on fire by doing that. Alright, I'm gonna head right back down and try not to frickin' die. Is that a thing to do? We get used to using this little sword on this guy. I don't like small weapons. I'm personally I like ranged weapons a lot better. But if you're a ranged user, then you're going to have less armor, because all the armor that's specifically for them has less armor to it. Less defense, I should say. And it's kind of the same. Oh, look how smart I am. Look how much I can see. So yeah, I couldn't even tell that was diamond. That's how much I know. And funny, because diamond is the best gem. I definitely need to be able to see that better. That's that pressure plate I stepped on. 4 diamonds already. That is either really good ways towards making a diamond staff or a diamond robe, and either one would be great. Probably staff if we can make it. Aha, explosives. Yep, there's TNT down there, and there's the explosives sitting right there, which it can be beneficial to use them, but I wouldn't recommend it for how straight up dangerous it is, because it'll blow up everything here. Just get rid of that and get these explosives. Okay. Threat diffused. I'm gonna get all this freaking lead. Maybe make a full set of lead armor now. I don't know. I don't think I can make a breastplate yet, but this is a pretty high amount of it right here. I see some shiny over here that I should have already seen. Finding gems is a lot harder than it should be. Just because they're not extremely visible. They're really small. But they do gleam, so it's something. I see, there's a lot more cave this way. Don't want to let them out ended Viking. There's more TNT explosives. Just kind of getting a feel of my surroundings. There's generally one cave you kind of spend a lot of time in Terraria. That's usually close by. You just kind of keep going and keep going down until you get to the underworld from it. That's how it's been for me so far anyway. And who knows, this ice cave might be it for us. Because generally it'll keep connecting to other paths. And if not, you can just dig down a little bit and find another path. So that game has a lot of caves. There's not that much just space of just blocks, you know. Alright, I don't see anything else. Go ahead and mine that then. Give me my torch. Just doing a little bit of scouting. Okay, I don't want to go to those guys right now. I think I'm going to head to the right and see what I can find in that other section of cave. You can always make campfires, get a little bit more healing if you know you're going to be in a spot for a minute. Because your life regen is not even the same on expert mode. It's actually pretty low. I think it's like halved or something ridiculous. You have to end up getting cooked food. Oh my goodness, he does a lot of damage. I don't like these guys. They're really annoying. They just kind of fly around. I think they're like an ice climbers reference or something. I'm not sure. All I know is I'm finding a ton of gems. I'm pretty lucky with it right now. I'm not used to finding so many because I've already got 4 diamonds on me and 11 emerald. Which further goes to, hey, we're making magic items. So that's great. I want to be a summoner, though, is what I'm going for, but I don't know how to make any summoner items this early in the game. You probably can't, really, because they'd be OP. But later on in the game, things fighting for you, yeah, you're going to need them. Especially with how tough the enemies are going to be. Because expert mode gives bosses so much more HP. Like, as if some of them weren't already hard enough. Your weapon can't actually reach through blocks. You have to have direct line of sight to hit them, unless they're an enemy that can go through blocks. Then you might can. So even though it looked like my sword might have been hitting them, it probably wasn't, because they had to have line of sight. Seeing a lot of enemies down here in this cave. You know, I shouldn't be using my wood for blocks. I should be using something like snow or something, stone. Oh yeah, I have a torch there. I'm gonna see if we can get over here, and there's just so many enemies spawning around me. There's 12 enemies nearby. That's quite a lot. Thing is, there's just tons of bats everywhere. I could make an emerald robe or an emerald staff at home, though. That'd be great. Either one. And no more that. Okay. So this does lead to somewhere. Okay. Well, I guess some more gems. Make an emerald staff and an emerald robe. Oh, some topaz too. Okay. Looks like amethyst too. A little bit of everything. I wonder if ice biomes have more gems. They might. I'm not really sure on that one though. That's pretty empty. Break. Let's see if we can't go down here. It's gonna fill up with water, but that's okay. Yeah, she's found flaming arrows while you're in the water. That makes sense. Ooh, apparently bats can do some damage in the water. Unexpected. Alright, I see some copper. Nothing too much else of interest. Still need the cobwebs. They're not bad to have, because you'll need silk for a few different things anyway. That's a big area. Well, let's scout it with our staff. See if we can't see anything. Anything too good. I don't really want to fight all those guys, but I want to get some light over there so that none of this video will spawn next time. There we go. This is a pretty big chasm. My chasm cavern. Killed him in 3 hits. Well, that's a lot better than... Oh, look at that dart trap right there. They're always going to be on the same levels of pressure plate, as in if you step on the pressure plate and stand there, it will hit you. But instead of even going to the pressure plate, I just went ahead and take out the trap itself and not worry about it again. Apparently you fling this guy whichever way you hit. So I turned directions and flung him the other way. It's interesting. Jeez, look at all these diamonds. How many do I have? 8? 1 more. And I can make a diamond staff. As long as I get the, I think gold is required as well. That'd be great. Unless it's platinum, that would suck. Because I don't have platinum in this world. Could make a diamond robe though, so we'll see. Yep, flaming arrows, it works a little bit better. Candy canes as hearts, that's interesting. So this guy doesn't take very much knockback, he just kinda keeps coming. Alright. More tungsten. Alright. Yep, this game is it's a dangerous game, honestly. You really gotta be careful. If I was on like hardcore mode, I would have already screamed, because I would have died on the first night. Even though I know I shouldn't have. It's just a mistake. It's not quite like Minecraft, not for the faint of hearts. I just fell down there on accident. I meant to use my magic mirror. I need to get my button on my mouse a lot quicker, because I have a gaming mouse with a bunch of numbers on them where I can click it and get to an item quicker, but I hadn't got that fast with it yet. Anyway, let's see what I can do with all this ore. Well, I'm gonna smelt it, but yeah, you need that. An emerald staff. I could go ahead and make an emerald staff. The 19 damage compared to the 14. That's a big difference. Probably make a good amount of lead armor too. Glass kiln. Make glass stuff, I think. Well. Oh, there's the nurse. So, I'm missing a little bit of HP, on like 10. So she'll heal me for pretty much nothing. She's really, really cheap on her healing. It's kind of ridiculous. So you can kind of use her to help in boss fights, as long as she doesn't die. So it's kind of iffy on, but she'll respawn, so it doesn't matter too much. It's just a little bit dangerous, but she's really, really, really helpful. Of course, when you're at home, you have a bunch of probably life crystal lamps. You can have those to heal you, and campfires. With boss fights, it's a lot different. So I need to get 1 more diamond to make a diamond staff, unless it requires something I don't have, which it might. I think I need just a couple more lead, and I'll make a lead breastplate. Make my way to a lead set of armor, and otherwise that's all we got. Not to make one of these, maybe not quite. Well, that's all we've got for this episode. We're gonna try to work on making a lead set of armor next time, and a better staff, maybe some robe. I don't think I'm gonna expand too much on this quite yet. Leave it just as it is for now, because I've still got room for 2 more people here and then 3 more people up here, which I could make this into more spaces for people. This whole bottom one's for me though, just for crafting and storage space. So those are our plans for now. I don't have anything too big in mind other than just getting better equipment, period. And of course, trying to actually explore this left side of the world, but we're getting pretty close to the ocean over here, so there's not too much left to go for. And our crimson part of the world is still pretty small, but this stuff does actually spread Now on normal mode it spreads pretty slowly. On hard mode, once you defeat the last boss of regular mode of the game, it'll start spreading a whole lot quicker. And you have to actually build some walls or something to prevent it from spreading to your home base. Of course it won't spread to your actual like wood and handmade stuff up here. But you don't want your entire biome to be made of it and just having enemies spawning constantly. That'd be terrible. And we never even saw the ocean on this side quite yet. So we have more to explore on both sides. And see, we're already about halfway down to what would be the underworld down here. Oh my goodness, he got in. Wow. So, that'll be it for this episode, and we will see you next time.